you had the lack of preparedness to stop them for instance, breaching the buildings, ransacking offices and things like that. Then you also had the fact that from what I have seen, at least according to Capitol Police this morning, they had arrested like 68 people. Which, look, I know that you've covered a lot of protests, both in and outside of DC. When they want to arrest a lot of people, they are capable of arresting a lot of people. And so you've said that there's now these efforts to get some oversight and find out what happened. We know that some like prominent alt-right figures, they live streamed themselves from inside of the building. Is there going to be pressure to go and track some of these people down who made very clear what they were doing?
Yes, and I mean, I heard that the FBI is now looking for information on this QAnon guy who it has given dozens of interviews already. It's not like these people are hiding, and so it's just ridiculous.
Are you talking about the guy with the horns?
Yeah, I think so. I don't quote me, but I mean, there is pressure to figure this stuff out. But again, it's like it was all out in the open. So if they didn't care until just yesterday, like I don't think that they're going to put that many resources into tracking these people down. And a HuffPost reporter noted this on Twitter the other day, Ryan Riley, that it's nearly impossible for them to get these people after they allowed them to leave the Capitol. I mean, we watched a police officer escorting a woman down the stairs after they broke the windows in the Capitol. So, I mean, yeah, there's pressure. There's going to be pressure on them. I don't think that will cause any movement. And not to mention, there are like thousands of people still facing charges from misdemeanors to felonies from being at protests this summer for doing nothing, basically. And so I don't know that we can have a lot of faith in law enforcement to do their job in this case, obviously, given what we saw yesterday. But yeah, I mean, I was talking with my colleague the other day about how we watched like high schoolers get arrested for sitting peacefully in front of Nancy Pelosi's office a few years ago. And like they arrest Sunrise Movement protesters all the time in the Capitol. Like, yes, they do have the power to do this when they want to. And yeah, when police came out in droves to monitor protests in New York and in Philadelphia and in DC, and seeing just being in those situations and feeling the fear that you see when you're standing in front of a wall of police officers in riot gear, and then understanding that the people who sieged the Capitol yesterday did not have any fear of that whatsoever, just tells you basically everything you need to know about what we can expect from the the resolution of this situation. Unfortunately, I feel like it probably will all blow over, and once Biden is inaugurated, like we're just gonna move on. I don't have a lot of faith at this point.
That's probably the safe bet at this point. Finally, though, perhaps contributing to the process of blowing over, between today and the inauguration, it's looking more and more like I guess we don't have a government anymore. Trump is basically checked out. He's done. The Senate is adjourned until I think the 19th, and the House, as of right now, is done until the inauguration. So like they're all sending tweets and saying, hey, maybe we should get Trump out of here. Why don't we remove him from office? But they're all also gone. Do you think that that's gonna stick? Like, or is there going to be an effort to call them back prematurely?
So I do know, I was just on the phone with a member of Congress, Mary Scanlon, who said that they are working on a letter to send to leadership right now, asking that they come back on Monday. Members do want to have a little bit of time to recuperate. Yesterday was extremely traumatic for everyone who was involved. And I understand that. I think it makes sense for them to not want to necessarily come back today, but they came back last night. There's still a ton of work to do. And a lot of members are really upset that there hasn't been more of a clear coordinated response today. I mean, Pelosi just gave a press conference and it sounds like they are either going to move forward with articles of impeachment or try to invoke the 25th Amendment. But again, if they're not there, there's not much they can do. So it remains to be seen, but there is pressure on them to come back on Monday.
Okay, seems reasonable. I understand wanting to have a couple days off. They conceivably could have been injured or killed. I just saw a photograph before we did this interview of one of the individuals in the Chamber of Congress that had a handful of zip ties, which is the sort of thing you bring when you're planning to take hostages. Who knows? We don't know. It's a chaotic situation, but I understand a little bit of time. But we are still in the middle of a pandemic, and God only knows what's going to happen.
That too. I mean, they could have time to pass another stimulus bill or something, or members want to be there to see to see the new senator sworn in as well. So yeah.
Totally. Well, everyone watching this, Akela's work is available at The Intercept. She does great journalism on a number of different topics, and we really do appreciate you joining us once again. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, John.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.